All right, in this video, I want to talk about how my clients scale to $100,000 a month in revenue with Google Ads specifically. I'm going to talk about how exactly, we keep track of things, and I'm going to talk about the strategy that's actually used. And so that you have a little bit of background information on who I am, my name is Giuseppe. I'm a paid media manager for a lot of home service accounts, and then I do have a few clients that are kind of outside of that space, but predominantly everything's going to be local business. So if you do have a local business, I think you can get a lot of information from this. So dating back before I get started in this, getting into paid ads, there's a lot of moving parts. There's a lot of numbers, and sometimes it could be a little bit overwhelming. Learning the platform is one thing, but if you are trying to use any type of ad platform like Google Ads to grow your business, one thing I learned after managing millions and millions of dollars is that your tracking and attribution of what kind of results your ads are getting is really important. So in the home service space, there's integrations like Service Titan that keep track of the type of jobs that are being sold, the revenue that's generated. And there's ways where you can attribute of what campaign and what ads and stuff like that are driving jobs. So the first goal is that if you want to go ahead and reach $100,000 a month and above and beyond, is to find a way to be able to track what campaigns are leading to what jobs. The reason that this is so important is because now when you're running your Google Ads, you're knowing exactly what campaigns are leading to high demand jobs that you want. Because sure, numbers may look good on a screen, like you get a lot of leads or a lot of clicks, but we want to know, what's actually converting, what message really attracts the ideal customer. Because there's some people, maybe they'll reach out, maybe they're interested in your services, but maybe it's like a lower ticket, a lower price service, and you're more focused on a higher end. And if you have somebody who's running in Google Ads and is really good with the details, they can notice trends with certain ads attracting the customers that spend a lot of money with you. So having tracking set in place is literally it just makes things so easy. And it's confusing at first, I'm not gonna lie. It is kind of hard to grasp the concept of putting everything together. But once you do, it's a game changer, and you can set goals for yourself on a monthly basis. Like say, all right, this month I'm gonna hit $50,000 a month in revenue. And then throughout the week and in the days, you can pace out exactly how well you're doing. You're keeping track of the job board and you're like, okay, we're pacing good. Oh, this is how much cash is collected. You can pace yourself out through the month. So that way, if you're pacing slow, maybe you need to throw more money into paid ads, or hey, you're getting a really good return on investment and you're super packed, we can lower down the Google Ads budget. And this is going to be how you can determine your return on investment. Return on investment, ROI. That is just so important. And if you are not profitable with your Google Ads, that needs to be your main focus. It's better to go ahead and scale down in your business to make sure that your Google Ads are good before you try going big and losing a lot of money. So I highly recommend getting all that tracking stuff figured out. Your business, your industry probably has something. Maybe even a marketing company that you're working with probably has something. So reach out, a CRM or whatever it may be, and get that stuff hooked up. Now that we got the big stuff out of the way, because I'm not gonna lie, it's a big chunk of it. As far as Google Ads, the campaigns that allow us to scale to $100,000 a month, it's when we use multiple campaigns. Ideally, we have multiple campaigns for either multiple services or multiple goals. So you can have very lead gen focused campaigns like the search ads, but you also have more brand awareness campaigns like display ads. I've noticed a trend with my clients who do extremely well, that the ones who are getting a really good return on investment and hitting $100,000 a month and more, they typically have both brand awareness, like just kind of putting the name out there, pictures, videos, things like that. And they have the lead gen focused things like search, which is more bottom of the funnel. Now, for a lot of clients, we don't always start out with multiple campaigns. Sometimes we like to start smaller and then go ahead and build it out. And as far as budgets are concerned, with starting out, sometimes we'll just start with a $5,000 a month budget. If we can get a 5-to-1 return on investment, that'll be $25K generated in revenue. So if we can kind of keep that same thing and scale up to, $20K a month in ad spend, then that's going to be how we'll successfully hit $100,000 a month. But when you have smaller budgets, say you're just starting at 5K, sometimes it's not the smartest idea to try to split it up between a brand awareness and lead gen. But if your goal is to hit $100,000 a month in revenue, which, that's over 7 figures a year, Imagine, right, you want to grow your business, you have big goals for yourself, so it's going to be worth it to start building the brand awareness now. So when your goal is to start hitting, instead of $100,000 a month, it's 250, quarter million, right? Then half a million, then a million, or whatever it is. Like, you want to build yourself up for success in the future. So once you start spending, I would say maybe like 5 grand and up, like always throw a little bit to a display campaign or something more brand awareness, so that way you can grow your business. Now, as far as what I typically see with accounts, running Google Ads is a little bit tricky. Sometimes I'll have two clients in the same market, one does better than the other. And a lot of that just has to do with like the internal operations, how often are you calling leads back, that kind of thing. But there are situations where I have two clients, say, in different markets, and one market just performs way better than the other. That's something that totally can happen. Depending where you live, competition could be high. I'm based in Houston, Texas, and I have a few clients that are in Houston. And honestly, the cost per lead is pretty expensive. What happens when the cost per lead is high and you have a goal of reaching $100,000 a month? Your cost per acquisition ends up being between like $200 and $500 and even higher. And that can be a problem. As you can tell, if your cost per acquisition is, $500, not everybody's going to be happy about that, especially when HomeAdvisor sells leads for like $50. But the thing is, when you're generating your own leads, this is your brand name and you're getting their contact information, and typically they're only going to be connecting with you rather than their information being shared with a lot of people. So if I'm trying to reach $100,000 a month, I want to grow my business, my name, and I imagine you want to do the same thing as well. So paying $500 on the high end is still worth it, especially if you have a high ticket service. As long as your like high end ticket price is like what, 2 grand and above, a $500 cost per acquisition on Google Ads can still be worth it. Now, that's kind of like the strategy and tactical stuff when it comes to Google Ads, kind of utilizing the brand awareness and lead gen stuff. But one thing that happens when you run Google Ads, and that a lot of people talk about, is that you get more reviews. As you're actively paying for people to see your business and collect their information, and you perform a good job, your Google business profile, right? As long as you send them, hey, leave us a review of how the service went. That kind of stuff is going to help grow your business. So now your Google Ads is generating more leads through organic, technically, because you're getting more reviews on your organic profile. So now when people are searching for, a dentist or whatever near them, and you come up with all these reviews that you generated from your Google Ads, it's going to make you look better. And in the long run, you end up generating a lot more business. So that's a little bit of a peek how my clients go ahead and reach $100,000 a month with Google Ads. And I just want to phrase again, it's not always a perfect like 10-to-1 return on investment. It could be 5-to-1, 3-to-1, 2-to-1. Sometimes we're just breaking even and like just a little bit above that break even mark. So if growing your business with Google Ads is something of interest, I want to invite you to book a call with myself. There's a link down below. We can schedule just a quick 20-minute call, discuss your business, discuss your goals, and see if I could help you grow. Because my goal at the end of the day is that anybody who speaks with me, whether it's watching my YouTube content or speaking with me one-on-one, I just want to make sure that I can help you as much as I can. So if you have any questions, feel free to go ahead and shoot me a message on Instagram and schedule a call down below. Anyways, see you guys in the next video.